Can the world do this? Are there human beings who can sacrifice everything they have to save other people? Wouldn't the world be a better place if we have more people? So this is a book that really made me feel, oh well, there are good people who So hello again and welcome to Dul Johnson's Creative Talks. We are still in the series of discussions on books that I have read and the impact they have made on me. Now remember that I'm just being very sketchy. I'm just summarizing, what I felt reading the book and what I have, what has remained, with me as a takeaway. It's only when you read them yourself that you might, see more and feel more and learn more. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about Proteus by Maurice West. He's an American, but I think not original American. Well, I think he's American. Now, Proteus is one of the novels that, let me say upfront, I've said this in interviews in some other fora before. First of all, I read the book. I mentioned the fact that I read these books many, many years ago. I wasn't even doing critical writing, academic writing, so I may not have been very vigilant, but the book has received, reviews that are both negative and positive. But for me, it was a beautiful book. And I will say without being ashamed of it that it is one book that I have read that has made me to cry. And why was that? Now, it is a book about the love for humanity, and the love for humanity that can make you go out to save a life or to save human lives. It is a book that, takes you through an effort being made by, let's say first, an individual who has the big organization that now has a huge number of people under him who are the soldiers that go out, to fight, to find in whatever way to free, especially prisoners of conscience, right? People who do not deserve to suffer, to be incarcerated, to be killed or whatever. So here is a man who has, I'm not talking about Maurice West now, I'm talking about the main character in the novel, who is called John Spada, who has this organization that has a clandestine, organization that he runs a big corporation, but inside that corporation he has another clandestine movement that goes all over the world to try to fight for freedom for people who are being, who are held prisoners of conscience, or who are whatever you can think of, destruction, killed, whatever, that kind of thing. So that was his job. And that portion that made me cry was a point at which those who were going out, to pursue this cause of justice, there was a point at which there was so much suffering and so much effort and so much determination in spite of what, the crusader, if I may say so, was going through. And in fact, at a point, he himself, John Spada, had gotten to a point when he had to hold the whole world hostage. His life of course, was at stake, but he was also holding the world. There was, I think, something like a United Nations meeting or so, and he had gone there to hold everybody captive. It was such a moving moment in that novel that I started to think, are there human beings who can sacrifice everything they have to save other people? Can the world do this? Wouldn't the world be a better place if we have more people doing this kind of, sacrifice, running these kind of movements, organizing, freedom cells everywhere in the world? In fact, in the course of his struggles, even his family came under threat. His daughter and her husband was arrested, because his enemies. She was, in a way, also helping him to fight the cause of prisoners of conscience, and she had saved the life of somebody with gunshots, and of course the regime in that country. I'm trying to remember the name of the country where this happened, but it doesn't matter. If you read the book, you will see. But she had saved, as a doctor, medical doctor, she had saved the life of somebody that had gunshots. And of course, police or security agency, went after her and her husband. Because, of course, naturally it is suspected that somebody with gun wounds must have either gone to do something, or that the person was being hunted by the internal security system and got injured and was running away before she got to save him. So this is a book that really made me feel, there are good people on earth. In this world, there are good people. And if we can have more of them, the world will be better. If we can have more of such books also, the world may be better, because the more people read about those who love humanity and can fight for humanity, I think the more people will feel the urge to play a little role, no matter how small. And I think that book has influenced me for many, many years now. Anytime I hear such things, like somebody has been arrested for no good reason, journalists have been incarcerated for no, I start to feel, what can I do? Of course, I know I don't have the resources to do as John Sparrow did in his fictional world, but there will be people who will do that if they have the means. Read the book and read other books that pursue such themes. Love for humanity, not love for the self. We are not saying you shouldn't love yourself, but the love for humanity, the protection of people at risk should be everybody's business, and we will have a better world. And that's what that book preaches, and I think there are many more books that preach that. Thank you for listening.